Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a pick a card all about singles and your single life, and we're going to be seeing who is possibly coming towards you, any advice you need to know, and just a little update on your love life. So this is for single people only, so if you're not single you're welcome to watch it as well, but this is specifically for you lovely single people. So we have number 1 with the Caribbean calcite, group 2 with the selenite, group 3 with the pink opal, and group 4 with the beautiful clear quartz. All of these are available on my store apart from the selenite towers. So let's get started. Please choose your group. All the timestamps are down below in the description box and in the comment section down below. So let's get started, starting with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. I have my long ass nails on today. This is the first time I've ever worn nails this long, so I'm like so let's get started with today's pick a card. So this is for you guys who are single. So we have the gorgeous Caribbean calcite tower. It is so beautiful, such a lovely crystal. So let's get started. Let's see what cards you have first of all. So we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? That's a really big message, some of you guys. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then we also have the, I don't know how to pronounce this, it's W-Y-R-D, word unknowable fate. Okay, so this is really lovely. I love this. These are to do with the runes. So this rune is, I'm pretty sure, just a blank rune. So that's why I feel like it says unknown and fate, because basically you're not meant to know, which is like why I picked on this pick a card, why I picked number 1. But no, this is like a really good message. It's basically saying that you're being looked after. Your guides are here and they're looking after you, and you will have people help you and help you heal and help you kind of deal with any sort of uncomfortable energies that you're kind of dealing with. Okay, so I feel like for you guys this is definitely to do with establishing better boundaries with yourself, with others, and I also feel like for you guys, you possibly have been single for quite a while, and I'm seeing for you guys it's definitely like a repeating pattern that you guys have been doing kind of over and over again, and it's kind of been really affecting the way you're dealing with other people. So this doesn't have to be with romantic relationships. This can be with friendships, work colleagues, anyone you have like some sort of connection with. You're either there on a daily basis or you are having to kind of connect with them on a deep kind of level. So, sorry, I'm really like out of breath. I had to turn my camera off and turn it back on again. So with the unknowable fate, this is definitely to do with you don't actually know the person that you're going to be with. So if you're around somebody right now and you're not sure whether they're the right person, I'm not picking up that they're that person, possibly. Obviously this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But I definitely feel like this is to do with you establishing better boundaries with yourself and with others. And what I'm feeling with better boundaries with yourself is more about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, how often you're spending time with people, how long you're spending time with them, what you're doing with them, how often you're kind of asserting yourself, how often you are, you know, kind of letting yourself be. It's kind of just having energetic boundaries as well, especially with people who possibly are energetic vampires, who kind of feed off of other people's energies. And you'll know if somebody's an energetic vampire if after you've been around them you feel quite exhausted, you feel a little bit confused, you're kind of like, I don't really know where I am. But then when you're on your own, you feel really, really good. So I definitely feel like there's a thing about trusting what's going on and trusting your path, possibly because you've had possibly uncomfortable relationships in the past or things just really haven't suited you. This doesn't mean you're not going to meet somebody. This just means that it's going to be a little bit of a different route to where you want to be or where you're going to go. So basically, you might be in a really confusing time right now where you're just kind of like, I have no idea how I'm going to meet someone, when it's going to be. And it basically is all about you just kind of taking things one step at a time. And you are going to manifest somebody. I am seeing somebody for you guys. For some of you guys, it does feel around like 2 years. So it could be about 2 years. So obviously take it as it resonates. But I do feel like for some of you guys, it is going to be at a time when you're kind of doing you're kind of focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your body and possibly getting yourself nice and healthy, and kind of just focusing on your mental health, you know, kind of like really choosing yourself in situations where possibly it might be quite hard to choose yourself, especially if you're a single mum or especially if you're somebody who just kind of really gives your all to everyone and you forget to fill up your own cup. So I want to get you one more oracle card and then we're going to have a look into the tarot to see what is coming in for you guys. So let's see What else does group number 1 need to know, please? Okay, we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety and trust. Apologies for the coffee underneath. I accidentally spilled coffee on these cards and I was really sad about it. So we have these Star Brothers, protection, loyalty, safety and trust. Basically, what you're manifesting right now is trusting yourself. You're working on having safety within your own environment, having safety with yourself. And it also says you are not alone, isolation, physical connection and community, which is really, really lovely. So this is all about you connecting to other people that feel right for you and not forcing kind of any sort of situation to kind of come together, and making sure that it's exactly the right thing. It feels almost you have to take a break by being by yourself for now and kind of doing your own thing and connecting with people who really, really suit you first of all, and being in a community that is very much your energy. So with this physical connection, I feel like you guys are somebody who possibly goes straight into sexual intimacy like straight away, which is never a bad thing. You know, everyone has their thing, everyone has their way of connecting, but I do feel like it's connecting to your intimacy first and then connecting to other people's intimacy as well. And I'm hearing you're not doing anything wrong, it's just it is just the way you process things as well. And I do feel like you'll learn to get more physical with yourself, but I also feel like a community is coming in for you as well. I also feel like there's going to be friendships, there's going to be people who are your community, people who are of your wavelength, and it's basically the first thing you need to do is cultivate safety and trust within yourself. So the best thing you can do to ask yourself is like, how do I feel safe? What makes me feel safe? And also one thing that I do, which is really helpful, is putting your hands on your heart and saying, I trust myself, and I am safe, I trust myself, I'm protected, you know, things like that. Whatever kind of mantra suits you, it's kind of whatever really suits your energy, because I might say something you're like, that doesn't really resonate with me, so kind of doing something that, you know, resonates with your energy. It's all about building this foundation first before you meet somebody else, because basically you're going through a really big cycle where you're releasing anything that no longer is yours, and it's all about yourself now. It's not about other people, it's not about those F boys or those F girls who really like hurt you and made you feel really uncomfortable. It's about you now, and it's about how you want to cope with your energy. And when you do that, you're going to manifest somebody who's also very loyal and very trustworthy, and somebody you can really, really trust. They don't have to woo you, they don't have to do anything special, they're just themselves. And the same with them, they do things special for you, but they are very, very loyal. They're somebody who will consistently put you first, and they won't have to put in all this like dazzling effort to make them yours. It will just be, I feel very, very safe with you and you feel safe with them, and yeah, it just feels really lovely. So essentially it's about building boundaries with other people, making sure that it's all about your energy and how you feel, and also protecting your energy and remembering that it's an unknowable energy right now. So it's really trusting the process and knowing you don't have to force anything. It will come to you in the right timing, especially if you're a projector in human design. If you don't know what a projector is, and have a look and see how that resonates with you and your energy, and see if that is you. If you're not a projector, that's totally fine. It might just be you're a manifesting generator or something. It's all about human design basically, and how that resonates with your energy. So have a look at your human design and see if that's your thing. Yeah, so let's have a look at the tarot and let's see what is going on for you guys. We're going to use the original Rider-Waite tarot deck because I love this. Okay, I just realised how hard it is to shuffle with these nails. I'm not used to long nails. Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what's going on. What's going on? Okay, so group number 1, singles. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. I'm picking up on you guys leaning against a tree, Page of Swords. This is all about you kind of leaning on something, not on someone, like something. So it could be a hobby. I don't feel like it's work. It feels like something you really enjoy. It's not you earn money out of it. I mean, if you really enjoy your work, it might be classed as something you really, really enjoy. But I don't feel like it's actually work. It feels like something that you'll have a choice with. So it could be to do with maybe like wearing different clothes all of a sudden, maybe change up your look, doing your house over, kind of like doing something different, even if it's going on like a diet, exercising more, something that's your thing, you know. That's what I'm picking up on. Then we have the Fool. Lovely. That's really great. I love that. We then have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Moon. And we also have the Eight of Cups in upright. Sorry guys, sometimes when I'm channeling I actually can't see the numbers on the cards, so it's really confusing. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. So what I'm picking up on is when you're kind of working, doing your own thing, and even if you're not like earning money work, it could just be that you are focusing on something that really brings you joy. Even like I'm hearing a baseball patch. If you guys are like growing your own food, that might be something, especially if you're retired or if you are not working. I just feel like you're doing something that feels more organic for you, and you have the Ten of Cups underneath, which is really lovely. So what I'm feeling is, at the moment you're feeling kind of lost and confused and like, what's the point in doing all this work if no one's going to kind of come towards me? And I feel like with the Page of Swords, this is about you stepping out of your comfort zone. And this is all about you speaking your truth, telling people how you really feel, telling yourself how you really feel, connecting with emotions that come up and actually dealing with them. And then we have the Fool with the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be money coming in. I'm hearing recognition. I am hearing somebody is wanting your service. So I don't know if you're a tarot reader or if you're a masseuse or a therapist or any sort of business that you have. It could even be if you work for somebody else, they're a customer, it could be them, that could be your partner coming through as well. I am picking up on a lot of masculine Taurus-y energy. It doesn't have to be masculine. If you guys want a feminine, of course, that'll be that as well. But I am picking up on somebody who's very stable, and somebody who's most likely an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn. And this person is going to come in when you're feeling a little bit, I'm hearing unnerved, like you can't kind of get to grips with how you're feeling. And this person's going to make you feel much more settled within your energy. They're going to kind of make you feel like, okay, this is why I'm feeling like this. And they'll basically confirm that your feelings are true, you know. If you're feeling confused, they're going to help you feel much more comfortable in this relationship. And the relationship's going to start off quite slow. I'm picking up on about 3 months until you're really fully like connected. And then that's when you're going to release any sort of abandonment issues or anything to do with not being accepted or listened to. And then you have this really lovely energy of kind of working on yourself. But also I feel like this is when you're going to have this relationship come through. So I am picking up on it is around work. It is to do with a connection of some sort. So I am picking up on you might know this person, but you might not actually think it's them. So if I don't feel like, okay, it's very confusing. It feels like they're saying it is somebody you might know, but you might not actually be thinking about them now. So it could be somebody that you met like 2 or 3 years ago that you haven't spoken to for a long time, and then they kind of come back into the picture somehow. But the connection feels very authentic. It doesn't feel like an F-boy or an F-girl. It feels really lovely. It feels very mature, and it feels like a long-term relationship, somebody who possibly have babies with or have marriage with as well, if that's something that you guys are wanting. So let's have a look at the possible star signs and see what's coming in for you, and if there's any sort of changes in your life, around your love life. Let's see what's coming in. Okay, so we have Taurus. Oh my god, what did I say? I said Taurus. I was picking up on Taurus really strongly actually. There's somebody who really loves work. They really love to focus on something that's like consistent. Focus on something that's continuously going, something that's not gonna break down. They like things that are long term as well. This person is most likely a fixed sign. Venus, could have Taurus Venus. This could be this could be what you're working on, especially if you have Taurus Venus, or if you have Taurus in your chart, you could just be working on your connections with love and how you associate with others and kind of getting comfortable with being by yourself. That's kind of what I'm picking up on too. We have Libra. You could have Libra Venus. I mean, Libra and Taurus go really well together, especially if they're in Venus signs, because they are to do with love. They do rule that kind of love energy. They both rule Venus. So this is all about you connecting with authentic people who really have your best interests in mind. And I'm picking up on the TV show Friends, where they're all just loving each other, you know, authentically, and they don't have any sort of conditions with each other. We have Gemini, somebody who could be talking a lot. You could be just learning to really communicate in your relationships and really allow yourself to be seen in conversation and be heard and not be used as well. So we have Saturn, boundaries, limitations, delays and responsibilities. That is basically what you're learning right now, is to take responsibility for your own emotions, how you're feeling, and take responsibility for anything that's kind of recirculating, any sort of emotions that are coming around focusing on that emotion and maybe like tapping on it. You can do like some EFT, you can like tap on it. Or there's kind of like, there's counselling, there's emotional fitness coaching, things like that. There's loads of different things you can do. You can even have some Reiki music on. There's like chakra things you can do. You can do like chakras on all your crystals on all your chakras to get you kind of aligned. And I also sell a chakra kit on my shop if you guys are interested. And then we have the second house of Taurus. So it's literally about your home. It is about your body. So your body is your home. It's about your diet. It's about exercise. It's about animals and pets. So this person is very, very much to do with the physical body and pets and things like that. They're very organised as well. They're super organised. They do have quite a feminine energy. Taurus men can have a slight feminine energy. Or feminine, if you have a feminine woman, they have more like a little bit of masculine in there as well. Obviously, depending on who you're attracted to, everyone's completely different. But I feel like this Taurus energy, oh my God, it's not Taurus, it's Virgo. Okay, well I am picking up, oh my God, I'm sorry guys, my brain is everywhere today. So I am picking up on Taurus as well, but earth signs are very, very prominent here. We do have, okay, I thought this was the second house. I'm sorry guys, that's my brain having a brain fart. This is the 6th house of Virgo. This person is very much in their kind of caring energy. They're extremely caring, but they also, this is about the body, like this is the 6th house, but that can come from the 2nd house as well, because it's ruled by Taurus, and Taurus is all about the body. So the 6th house of Virgo is all about care, it's about service, it's about helping others. This person, most likely you are in a job where you're caring for people, or you're a very caring person. So this person and you are working on being by yourself, but also caring for others. So it's kind of like caring for others, but not at the detriment of your own health. So you'll kind of learn to balance your energy and others' energies and not to overdo it, basically, especially if you're an empath and you feel that from other people. You just want to help all the time, which is nothing, it's not a bad thing, you know. Then we have Juno, which is so lovely, which is sacred union. So this person you're going to meet, this could be friendships as well. Like if you guys aren't even wanting a relationship, this can be a Taurus, Libra or Gemini person who you just really bond with. And you feel like really, really connected with them, and this could enable you to trust again, to trust relationships again, because if you have a really good friendship, that is essentially all you need for quite a while before you get a partner, because if they're providing you unconditional love, that makes you feel much more in the flow. If you feel much more in the flow with this person when you're around them, they're most likely the right person. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading, all my information is down below. If you'd like to check out my crystal shop, that is also down below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys got the beautiful selenite tower. I love this. It's so, so, so pretty. Such a beautiful crystal. So let's have a look at your love life and your single life, and let's see, is there anything you need to know or anyone who's coming towards you. So the first card you got is Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. I'm sorry if my nose sounds really bogged up as well. Spirits, when I'm kind of doing readings, sometimes makes me feel really gross in the face. Okay, so Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, and connect with nature. Beautiful. And then we also have Isa, introspection and ego. Wow. So this is a really lovely message. Very, very easy energy. I feel like you guys are really stopping yourselves from, I'm hearing like hanging out with yourself. Some of you guys really need to have some more time by yourself. This is also, even when you're feeling really alone, I feel like it's really important to get outside, get out in nature and just go for a walk. And I highly recommend doing it by yourself as well if it's something that you want to do. Obviously do things, excuse me, do things that you want to do, because I feel like this is something that is a choice, and doing something because you feel like it will make you feel better sometimes does help. But if it doesn't really connect to you, you might start to feel even more disconnected. So I feel like the best thing for you to do is connect with things that are more organic. So connect with more nature, be outside more. Maybe set up a little tent and camp out in your garden, you know, things like this. And this will help you to become more like you have more choice, like let yourself have more choice and be more adventurous in the nature department. Like maybe get some plants in your house. But I'm just seeing this really lovely like sacral root chakra energy, and it's like ball of like red energy, and it like going from your sacrum up into your head, and it's kind of like shooting up your spine, and it's this like kundalini energy. So there's a lot of energy that's stuck, so I feel like you guys need to move your body a lot. You need to kind of get your body moving, and I do feel like you need to do something physical with your hands, especially if you are a very tactile person. Physically touching things will really help you to connect more with your body. And I do feel like you guys are working with your ego at the moment. You guys have been feeling quite uncomfortable with kind of being alone, and that's totally fine, guys. It will pass, it will move through, and I do feel like you are going to meet some lovely people. The introspection and the ego is very much about you kind of working with those emotions that tell you that you're not good enough, you're never going to meet anyone, you have to force it. Those things aren't true, you know. All our ego is basically telling us, it's trying to protect us, you know. So what I'm feeling for you guys is when you're around people, make sure you're very present and make sure you're really trying to be your most authentic self. Because when we're in groups, sometimes we try to protect ourselves or stop ourselves from being ourselves. So it's really good to try and allow ourselves to be very present. And also, when you get a choice to do something, you do have a choice to say yes or no. And this is for everything. This is worldwide. This is for in relationships, in any sort of connection. You don't have to accept anything that's given to you. And this is a hint, hint, hint on the worldwide situation, okay? So this is about you owning your body, owning your choices. This is about your ego. You know, your ego might tell you you have to have this, you have to get this done. And that's normally out of fear. If it's a rushing energy, it's just like a rushed message. A lot of the time that is fear, that's your ego telling you have to do stuff, and that is not true. So your ego is the part of you that basically is protecting you. But all of that isn't true. It's about fear, and you want to tune into your most authentic part of you. And I feel like you guys need to choose meditation and choose more calming things that where your brain isn't like kind of going all the time and you're kind of focusing on yourself, okay? So let's get you another card. Let's see what else wants to come through for you guys, and then we're going to have a look into the tarot. Okay, whoops. There's definitely some doors opening for you though. You might actually literally be buying a new door for your house, or you might be painting a door. There's something about doorways opening and things like opening up again. It might be literally worldwide, things might be opening up more. But I feel like this is also to do with you being out in nature and kind of being out and just experiencing more of, you know, outside the four walls of your home. So we have earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. I mean, that's literally what I was saying. And we have get grounded as well. So especially if you guys are highly sensitive, you're going to be feeling that, you know. And I feel like this is definitely about you connecting with things that are much more organic, because we're in such a time where things are rushed, things are very, altered and not organic. And if you're lucky and you're out in nature a lot of the time and you're living around somewhere there's a lot of nature, that's great, that's amazing. I don't feel like for you guys it's too important. It's mainly for you guys who live or have been around Wi-Fi. You could be in nature but continuously being around Wi-Fi or EMF waves. Tourmaline is a really good crystal to help you stay within your energy. I love tourmaline. I want to get some of it on my shop. It's really, really lovely. It helps me kind of get into my body more, which is really good. So you have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence and rare gifts. And then we have Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So there's definitely this need for connection. And I feel like you guys are going to manifest it. I do feel like it's connection with your spirit guides because you may have lost trust in them. But also it's connection with other people who just really get you. And I feel like you are going to manifest that. I feel like I want to pull a couple of cards for your soul tribe as well, because I'm picking up on that. So let's have a look at that. Let's just clarify this golden children, inner child kind of situation. I feel like you have such rare gifts to give to this world. And I feel like just to not stop yourself from feeling those things and being that person, because you have a lot of gifts and you have them for a reason, you know, whether it be being really good around animals, being really good around people, being really intuitive, you know, that sort of thing. So I feel like for you guys, you are actually going to manifest a person before you meet your friends. So it could be you meet your friendships through your person that you meet, through your romantic partner. So for those of you who do want more friendships in your life who get you and are on the same wavelength, you will meet them through your partner. So first of all, it's going to be quite a shock when you meet someone because you are or already have let go of somebody who's not your person or is not for you. And this feels like somebody who rushed you or who made you feel like you weren't good enough. Their ego was like really, really high and they did not shut up. That sounds really rude, but they really didn't. Like, it was all about them. They were a talker, but they really did not talk about you at all. It was never about you. It was always about them and how they felt, and they never really put you first. That is what you're letting go of. And also it could be literally just your ego. This could represent your ego, the need to rush things, to push things. And when you minimize that or kind of calm that down and just be like, no, I'm going to trust, you meet somebody who really allows you to be yourself. And the knight is coming through first, not a king, because this person is going to be very new into your life, and it's going to make you feel quite nervous because you're like, can I trust this person? But you will know when you can trust them, because they'll feel really grounded, really authentic, and they'll feel like, yeah, this is my person, you know. And then you might feel just a little bit uncomfortable at first. You might be like, I'm not really sure if this is the right situation. But then there's going to be a community of people who you meet through work or through this person, or all three. You know, you could meet them through work, through this person, or through literally just meeting people like just randomly in groups. But I do feel like it's all going to come together in one go. It's going to be one blob of newness. And I feel like these people could also be online, but also you could be traveling with these people and meeting new people through them as well. So your connection is going to keep building and building. And I feel like you are going to get a lot of work coming in towards you it's just like a big bulk of things. So I feel like it's going to be your person first, then it's going to be friendships, and then it's going to be like an increase in work. And you're probably going to want to go to work more because your people will be there, or you'll meet people through your work in some capacity, and you may even collaborate with somebody as well with work, especially if you work for yourself. And then we have the Fool, and then you fully let go of your old life, which is really, really lovely and really good. I love that. That's great. So let me just clear these tarot, and then we're going to get some astrology cards. We're going to see a little bit more about future partners and things like that, and see what else wants to come through that. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what else wants to come through with the astrology here. Oh, lovely. All about the home, getting safe, and just feeling like yourself, feeling like you can really express your emotions. We have series, nurture. That is so Cancerian. I love it. So you probably will meet somebody around your home, especially if you work for yourself or you work at home. You could definitely meet this person through, like when you're at home, you don't really have to do much. Okay, but if you do get any urge to kind of go to any groups or anything, then definitely do that. I really am picking up on that. Okay, so we also have Jupiter, which is really good. This is about expansion. This is about meeting people through what you love and having more gratitude for things. I feel like you're going to have an enlightening moment where you really start to find out who you are, sort of thing. You find this beautiful enlightenment about life again, because you start to feel much more safe within yourself. And I'm picking up some of you guys might be starting skating, skateboarding. You might be getting those electric scooters, you know, kind of like it feels like a trend of some sort, but it really suits you and it's your thing, and it feels really good. Okay, we also have Juno, Sacred Union. Everything is just kind of come together. October's quite significant for you guys for some reason, so that might be when things start to shift. And then we have Virgo. So you guys could be manifesting a Virgo, but also this is about somebody who just gets you. They feel really healing. They're very comfortable with you. They feel like you. They feel like, wow, I feel so comfortable with this person. It's almost like I'm living by myself, but I'm living with this person, but I feel like I'm living by myself. That is exactly how you should feel with this person. I'm actually hearing the child that you have might be a Virgo, so you could be pregnant now and be having the baby in September, is what I'm picking up on. Then we have Pluto, transformation, rebirth, renewal, and obsession. So this is about you kind of releasing any intensity around needing someone, having to have someone, but also there's nothing wrong with wanting somebody, but it's also making sure that that's not your end goal. When you meet someone, that won't be your end goal. A lot of people think, okay, when I meet a person, it'd be great, it'd be fun. Yes, it will be, but also a lot of people, we've kind of been taught in the society to wait for a person and that'll be like a problem solved. Maybe we won't admit it and say, oh no, that's not my problem solved. But a lot of the time a lot of us think that a relationship is an end goal, but it's not, because you have to carry that relationship on to have that relationship. You know, relationships do take work and they take conscious effort. So for you guys, I feel like it's really important to recognise that you are doing all the right things and you will manifest somebody, especially someone who's very, very mature. They're going to be very mature. And then we also have the first house of Aries. I can't read these cards today. I got this wrong in the first group too. The first house of Aries, which is about you putting yourself first, being assertive and really allowing yourself to speak your truth and be yourself. Like if someone's saying, oh, can you do this for me? And you really, really can't, and you're possibly feeling a little bit ill, or you're feeling like, do you know what, I really can't, I need to have a day for myself. then tell that person. You know, don't wait for something to kind of come along to like stop it or interrupt it. Like, just say, no, I can't. You know, because if you really cannot do it and you're overexerting yourself, you're doing more damage to your body and you're not filling up your own cup. So this is all about your physical appearance and your personality and your behaviour. This is about you focusing on your personality and what makes you feel good. We have Uranus just plopped out on the floor. So Uranus is all about kind of like the underworld. It's kind of like things that are going to suddenly change. This is going to be a sudden change for you guys, which I really, really love. And I love how I'm reading the card off the floor. We love that. I literally can't reach it because my table's in the way. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading, all my information is down below. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to check out my crystal shop, that is also down below. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys got the beautiful pink opal. I love this crystal. It's got such a lovely soft energy. It is really good for manifesting love. Any sort of pink crystal or green crystal is perfect for attracting love, and anything where you can really connect to your heart chakra as well. Very open heart chakra for you guys too. I feel like that's the main chakra that you guys are working on. And also I'm picking up on clear quartz, so it could be your third eye or your crown as well. So okay, so we have the Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Beautiful. Okay, so you guys could be really connecting with your spirit guides at the moment, or wanting to connect to your spirit guides. I feel like this is just a really strong message about spirit guides. We're going to have a look at that in just a second. So we then have Elhaz, Protection and Shield. So these are rune cards, really, really beautiful. So this is all about you protecting your energy. I feel like you guys have got a spirit guide or a group of spirit guides that step at your door and make sure that nobody kind of brings you harm. No one kind of makes you feel uncomfortable when they come into your house or come into your space. This is if you have a car as well. If you are on a date with somebody or you're around somebody who really isn't good for you, there might be something that happens and it's just like, and then you're like, why is this weird thing keep happening? It's because like your guys are kind of like, getting them out the door. Like, so I feel like if you're kind of around somebody who really isn't suiting your energy, you'll probably kind of figure out that they're around. Or if they're just kind of protecting you and making sure you're on the right path and kind of making you feel more connected to your heart chakra. Because I do feel like you guys have really been focusing on your masculine side, and it's kind of generating that really nice yin yang situation. I feel like you guys are really focusing on that. The divine orchestration, I feel like there's been like a really big ripping in your life recently, or in the past few years, past few months. There's been things that just been completely ripped from your life, or you felt ripped in like many places, like literally just like your entire life has been ripped apart. And I'm actually hearing, this is so TMI, but if some of you guys have been recently had a baby, you could have had literal rips. Okay, so it does feel like things are literally ripping away at your life, and things are starting to degrade and grow back up again. So it's kind of, they're showing me like compost, where it has to go down to actually create the soil. So what's happening is everything is kind of going back into the soil and is being regrown, but the darker parts of the soil is kind of waiting for that bud to come back up again. You're kind of feeling a little bit in the dark right now and feeling like things just aren't really starting up. It feels like you're trying to rev an engine, but it's not actually doing anything. It's literally just going bleh, you know, but you have to wait until, you know, you sorted the car out, you got all the certain parts, you know, it's all clear, you know, the car is like nice and healthy, things like that. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. And I feel like you're really protecting your energy right now, or needing a lot of protection, because you are going through such an intense transition that there is no way that you can really keep going without protecting yourself. And this is to do with your intuition. This is to do with your energy, your soul, your energy field. I'm also picking up on aventurine and amazonite for you guys as well, and also aquamarine, like all those lovely kind of aqua kind of colours crystals. They're really, really good for you and your third eye as well. For some reason they're pointing to the third eye a lot as well, clearing out that pineal gland. I'm picking up on literally making sure you're staging yourself, drinking a lot of water, eating as healthy as you can, or also just eating things that feed your soul and make you feel good, because I feel like you're really need to really nurture your body at the moment and nurture your emotions. So literally being the mother to yourself, or the father to yourself, whatever energy you most resonate with. But I feel like it's that mothering energy that you guys need the most, where you're really allowing yourself to know that you are on the right path. And even if things aren't manifesting right away for you, it doesn't mean they're not coming. It just means you have to keep going with these emotions, because you have to get out of balance sometimes to be in balance. Okay, So with this protection and shield, I do also feel like you guys have a very strong armor around you, and you may be protecting yourself from other people because you don't want to get hurt, and that is completely normal. Everyone is completely different. Everyone associates with others differently. Especially if you're an introvert, you might have kind of had an idea of who you wanted to be with, or you kind of had an idea of, you know, that's my person, or, you know, I'm going to be with them forever, but it didn't really work out, and it might have really hurt you. And I feel like you're working on trusting yourself and trusting your intuition and trusting kind of anything that comes your way, and trusting that you can actually deal with it yourself, and there's no mistakes. Everything is meant to happen, okay guys? Everything is meant to happen, and you will get your man's or your woman's, okay? So let's have another look at the cards. Let's see what other cards want to come through for you guys. I'm picking up on you guys like lying in like a deck chair and just like chilling in the sun and just be like, yes. So if any of you guys are in like a hot country, definitely get outside in the sun. That would really help you to get some, I don't know, it's something to do with your energy. Like it needs some more vitamin C. Vitamin D? One of those. My brain is literal mush today. So we have portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wildcard, exactly. So there might not be things opening up right now, but they will come towards you, and it definitely is a portal coming towards you. I feel like when you go into this new transition, you're going to have new guides, and it's going to be like really weird. Maybe if you're focusing on your masculine side, you're going to have more masculine guides, or if you're focusing on your feminine, you're going to have more feminine guides. Especially if you are a male, you will be focusing more on your feminine, or associate as a male, you'll be more on the feminine. If you are more on the feminine side, you'll have a masculine coming in towards you, and not as a guide, not as a partner. That's what I'm picking up on. They're going to help you to get in balance with your yin yang, so you can manifest that person into your life. Because even if you aren't even if you're not a straight person wanting like a female wanting a man, or a man wanting a female, everyone has a masculine side and a feminine side, and whoever you're with, they will balance out your masculine and their feminine energy. So what you need to do is focus on balancing yours before you work with them or are around them. And this is the same for friendships. You know, if you're more of a feminine and you resonate more with masculines, if you're around a lot of masculines and you still feel a little bit uncomfortable, there's obviously still a little bit of healing that needs to take place. And also picking up on those of you who are around masculines or working on your relationship with a father figure or dad, I feel like you're trying to kind of get yourself a bit more oomph, like more sacral root chakra, like getting yourself grounded and trusting yourself, and also trusting yourself around masculines, especially if you were really, really hurt by them or you really couldn't trust them. You're really learning to assert yourself and be really empowered, being a really empowered female or male, okay? So we have higher earth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. This is about you connecting with others, and I feel like there is going to be more connections coming towards you, not just relationships. And this could be through a pet, like a dog or a cat as well. Messenger, Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. Yes, exactly. And that's literally Libra energy. That's that yin yang energy that you guys are looking at. And I do feel like you just got to embrace who you are. I'm hearing actually embracing your faults, which sounds quite strange, but embracing the parts of you that you don't even like, because that's going to bring you the most light into your body. It's going to allow you to blossom more. Give yourself permission to do that, because you're a beautiful human. Okay, is this in the reverse? Yes. So the Empress, you guys have been feeling very much like you can't really be empowered, but that's because you're going through a process. Don't bash yourself for it, okay? Okay. I also heard like the word gas, like I felt like a little bit of tension in my like esophagus. I'm hearing gastric sleeve, gas, like something to do with your esophagus and gas getting stuck, and this is to do with your heart chakra. So maybe doing some tapping, like some EFT, or some running, some physical exercise that will help things to shift through. Because if you're sitting down a lot, it's going to block it, okay? So also I'm hearing to be a sensual person, not including the ex, because you don't want to get demonetized. Sensual person is you don't have to do that with somebody else. You can find that within yourself, and that's being very physical with yourself, doing running, doing exercises, doing like dancing, or being like sensual with yourself. You know, there's lots of different things you can do, even like cooking. If that's something that really you're very passionate about and it brings you so much joy, then that is you being intimate with yourself, you know. So there's different ways of intimacy, and it doesn't have to come from a partner as well. And that's what I think you're going to learn over time. So we have the Knight of Swords, which is really lovely. So this is about you not rushing into something and not taking charge of your mind, and anything your mind tells you, you're saying that you're wrong, basically, and you're not wrong. So we have the Eight of Cups coming through. So this is about you releasing anything that no longer serves you, anyone that no longer serves you, anyone who just is very egotistical, basically. Four of Cups, putting yourself first. There's going to be options coming towards you. It's almost like you're taking one of those cups from the Eight of Cups and you'll be like, do you know what, I'm going to give back to myself what I essentially lost, which you never lose. Essentially, you know, we're all going through life, we learn things as we go, but it's almost like you're fueling your cup again. Every time you kind of try to overdo it with other people, you keep fueling that cup up, girl. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is lovely, putting yourself first, being independent, just doing your own thing, girl. Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And then we have the Lovers. So because you're doing that, you're going to manifest your person. This is about 6 months' time of watching this video. Could be, obviously, I have a hair on me. Basically, just taking it as it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone, but I do feel like things are going to feel so much more clearer and pick up in the next 6 months. And it's going to feel much more easier to process emotions that are coming up. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is lovely. This is all about you speaking your truth. This is about opportunities coming towards you because you know you deserve it and not pushing it away and sabotaging it. It's kind of like being on a diet for such a long time and then really like caving in and eating food. And I feel like we bash ourselves so much, and there's nothing wrong with doing that because that's our way of coping. And if we have to go back to it to process our emotions, there is nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like the toxic energy of spirituality is like you have to be perfect, you have to not feel stuff, and that's literally the opposite to spirituality. Like my opinion of it is basically just being yourself and tuning into what feels right for you. And we're human beings after all. We're allowed to make mistakes, or we're allowed to do things that aren't so good for our body because we're experimenting, you know. That's what we're like little kids on the earth, basically. All us adults sometimes are like little kids, you know. We're all just like feeling things out. So we have the Five of Swords as well. So this is in reverse, which is lovely. Releasing conflict, realizing you don't have to push relationships for them to work. And then we have the King of Wands. So you might be manifesting a fire sign, somebody who is so effing sexy. They're really hot. Like, they're somebody who has a very high drive and also this person is very much like assertive. They will get things done. They'll get things done. A very physical person as well. They are literally like physically doing things with you, like going out with you, doing like sports with you, things like that. Just things that just get you moving. This person, describing in one word, they're saying freedom. They're very free because they don't judge themselves, and that's what I feel like you're learning not to do. This person is very like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, but they also have a lot of water in their chart as well, trying to balance out that watery kind of emotional side. They're very awake. They're very, very awake. So we have the second house of Taurus. So this person, you might meet them through work. You might meet them through just getting stable, like just literally focusing on yourself. Okay, we have Venus. Lovely. We have Venus. This person might have Cancer Venus as well because we have Cancer. This person is very, very soft and loving, but they're also just, they could have quite strong Leo energy, but it might not be their star sign. Might be their rising, but they are saying for a lot of you guys it is a star sign. We have Pisces, 12th house. You and this person are both surrendering to the unknown, and you're working with your weaknesses at the moment. Working through a lot of karma. Yeah, we have Pisces to accentuate that and clarify that. That's to do with the water sign. Sorry if it's so bright in here, guys. I'm using natural light as well. And then we have Kasimi in the heart, which is really lovely. So this is about you guys tuning into your heart space, tuning into things that just feel like you, getting to know you again. Because if you've been a people pleaser, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. We just learn through our own journey, you know. But if we have been like that, it's really hard to kind of get back to ourselves, and that's what you're learning. And then we have Uranus, innovation, discovery, individuality, and technology. So you guys could be literally in a single one day, and the next day you're in a relationship. It could be that quick, and it's because you two just really click with each other. And this person's going to want to hang out with you all the time, and it's going to be really strange, especially if you've been single for such a long time. You're going to be like, I'm not sure. It's like I want to, but I'm not sure. So this is really lovely. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being here. And if you would like a private reading or you want to check out my crystal shop, all that information is down below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, good number 4. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the beautiful clear quartz. I love this. It's such a lovely crystal. Such a gorgeous open energy. So let's put her there. Okay, so let's have a look at your love life, my lovely singles. So the first card you guys got is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? This is all about you focusing on your own energy, focusing on your path, your life purpose, whatever makes you fulfilled and makes you feel good, then that is what's coming in for you guys. And then we also have Northeast, necessity and hardship. Okay, this is basically asking you to focus on your own self, but also not to burn the candle out at both ends. I feel like you guys are the workers of the groups that are here today. I feel like you guys are you're very hard workers, but you also put yourself down a lot. I feel like you're not really giving yourself credit for a lot of the work you're doing, and I feel like you guys are really hard on yourself. My heart is really hurting. I'm feeling it in my shoulder blade, so I'm feeling you guys are really hard on yourself, and some of you guys may even suffer with asthma or anything like that to do with the chest area. This is really about stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You're doing the best that you can, you know, and you're such a lovely person. You know, if people don't appreciate you, they're not worth being around, okay? This is all about you kind of putting your feminine or masculine power into whatever you're doing. So say if you are a healer, if you're a teacher, if you're a nurse, if you are a builder, you know, it's literally asserting that energy into whatever you're doing and fully going for it with all force. And I feel like she has her hands out like this, and it's kind of having balance and asking the universe to kind of have that balance within your life. And it's also asking you, where are you going to step up and lead? You know, if you are always putting other people before you, then where are you going to be? You know, especially if you keep doing it, when is it going to be your turn? So I feel like for you guys, you are going to manifest love. I do feel like you are going to manifest people. I feel like you're learning your love language. You're learning how to love and how to really appreciate people and how to be appreciated. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. And the necessity and hardship, things have been very, very hard for you. Things have felt very, very uncomfortable. And I am picking up on the solar plexus as well, this need for being seen and being open and vulnerable with other people. I feel like you guys put such a big armor around yourself. Sometimes it's really hard to recognize, okay, is this my energy? Is this theirs? Should I really do something about this? Should I be committed to this connection in some way? You know, and when I say connection, it doesn't have to be relationship. It can be friendship as well. This is just about you making conscious choices for yourself and doing them with a lot of certainty. Especially if you're a Libra, it can be really hard. I mean, any air sign can be quite hard to make decisions. Aquarius, I don't think have this problem as much, but especially if you have Libra or Gemini quite strongly in your chart, it can be quite hard to make decisions. And I feel like the best thing for you to do is trusting yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more your decisions you're going to trust as well. So something I do is I put my hands on my heart and say, I trust myself, I trust myself, I trust myself. And this is really good. It generates this lovely energy of like, yeah, I can fucking do this. I can fucking do this. And also just recognizing that there might be a little bit of a hardship going on right now, but it's because you have to get through the unbalance to be balanced, because there is an energy of, you know, contrast on this human planet, you know, so it's not always going to be like that. It maybe have been feeling quite Capricornian at the moment because this rules Capricorn. And yeah, it could be feeling like I have to do certain things to get there, you know, and that's okay. You know, maybe at the moment it's more about necessity. It's more about having to do things and needing to do things right now, and then the fun will come a little bit later. And you'll love yourself for doing all these things. You'll be like, okay, why did I have to do so many of these things? But actually you'll love yourself for it, because you're like, wow, yeah, I actually got through that and I'm an amazing person, you know. And it wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Oh my God, my words today, jeez. Okay, let's have those two. Okay, I really want to show you guys this card as well, because I really love this one. Is it this one? This one, here we go. I want that one as well. So underneath the deck, we have your life as a canvas, artist manifestation, and creative accountability. So anything that you want to be creative with, just freaking do it. Get creative. Get yourself creative and get your energy moving, girl. Okay, so we have, you're not for everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. I love this. So this is great. This is actually so great. This is one of my favourite cards now, actually. I was just really drawn to the imagery. I love how free she is. But I love this. It says, you're not for everyone, face your true north, embrace your weirdness. Exactly. You're not for everyone, but why would you want to be for everyone? Because everyone's not for you. So making this conscious choice and actually asking yourself, do I like this person? Not do they like me, do I like them? And this is for friendships, this is for work colleagues, things like that. And it's definitely around your heart chakra. You guys are going through some definite heart chakra stuff. Okay, so the two cards here we have is also activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Exactly. This is very much about your priestess energy, how you're being called to step up and lead. Trust where you're being led. Trust that everything you're going through is meant to get you to the good stuff, you know? And sometimes we have to have that contrast. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way, and that's okay. Even though Saturn is a piece of poo sometimes, and it basically says, girl, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't learn this thing. And you're like, oh, really? But if you want to get there, you've got to be there. And at the end of the day, if you want a mature relationship, you've got to try to be very open with yourself and vulnerable with your emotions, because otherwise you're not being the adult. You just, the child is running its program, and it's something that's not going to be able to fulfill you long term. You don't want to be a child being a parent to a child. You don't want to be a child to a child. You know, if you have a child, you don't want to put that childness onto your child, because they will never be able to, you know, have that healthy relationship with others as well. And that's with anyone. You know, if you are the adult in the relationship, you want to manifest another adult, so you don't have to be the adult for that child that you're in a relationship with or in a friendship with. It's not about them, it's about you and how you're manifesting your energy. So, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study and higher learning. So you guys could be learning something new. This is also about just massive fucking learning. And I know it's so annoying, guys, because you're like, oh, this is so boring. But it literally is just a gigantic learning thing you're doing right now. And when you do that, you're going to manifest somebody who really recognises how fucking beautiful you are, okay? Because you need someone like that. You don't want somebody who's just going to step on you and, I'm hearing, run you over. That sounds intense. Maybe your last person had a thing for cars. I don't know. But yeah, it feels very, very intense. So, okay, let's get some tarot, you guys. Let's see what's coming in for your love life. And let's see what you can expect. So this is timeless, guys. So whenever you pick up on this video, unless I say a timing, it is essentially timeless. So whenever you pick up on this video, just kind of go with it. Picking up on some of you guys walking through a desert, which if you've been watching my videos for a while, I get that message quite a lot. And it's basically just really going through the nitty gritty and having to really put all your effort in, okay? I'm sorry for the lighting, guys, if it's really overexposed. I'm using natural light today, so sometimes it's going to be like that. So the first one we have is the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this basically explains it. This is all about being single. This is about putting yourself first. And this is all about you literally, yeah, putting yourself first and being that really wholehearted, authentic person that you want to be. We have the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, reverse. So yeah, you've definitely been putting your eggs in one basket for one person, or been basically putting all your effort into them and not putting it into yourself. And if somebody's selfish, they'll lap it up, you know, like a dog drinking water, they'll lap it up. So we have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, putting yourself first and taking things slowly, you know. I'm hearing not everyone's going to be the right person, but that doesn't mean you have to cut them off straight away. If somebody isn't just the right person, it doesn't mean you can't like be friends with them, but it's all about your energy and how you feel in the connection. It's all about your discernment and your intuition. So we have the Queen of Cups, which is lovely. This is you embracing your own energy and just being like, I'm a frigging queen or king and I'm an amazing person, and working through your addictions and anything that's just shadow work, things like that. This is all good stuff. Meeting people who don't cause conflict. Meeting people that do calm your mind down and don't make you overthink every single thing that you're saying, which isn't good, okay? Nine of Swords. You've definitely been possibly having nightmares about things, and while you're processing all your stuff, you might be having quite a few nightmares. We have the Eight of Wands. I feel like for you guys, I'm picking up on 8 months for you guys. For a relationship coming in, could be an earth sign, but not being connected to egotistical people who just think about themselves, because how are you going to focus on you if you're mothering somebody else? And that's the same for you masculines as well. The Emperor, yeah. So maybe you find somebody you think, oh, they're maybe not the right person because they have similar traits to my ex or something like that, or they have similar traits to a friend that betrayed me. But if you stick it out for a little bit, you may have either two people that come towards you. One of them is kind of like the F-boy or the F-girl, and you're like, oh, no thanks, goodbye. And then you're like, oh, I'm never going to find anyone. But then, because you asserted yourself, then somebody else comes in and you're like, wow, you know, you freaking deserve it, girl. Okay? You freaking deserve it. And it also could be as I say, you might see this person and think, oh, they're not really good for me. They're kind of like an F-boy or an F-girl. And then you take your time with them and then you realise, actually, you know, they're very mature. It might just be they're nervous or something like that. So it could be a masculine fire sign or a feminine fire sign. And we also have the Sun. So definitely a Leo, Sagittarius, or Virgo, or Aries. Picking up on Virgo is like another sign coming in there. But that Devil's very, very prominent, especially for those of you who are working on your sensual energy and your connection with others through your sensual energy, through your sacral chakra, channeling that through creative passions and things like that. and physical things, like literally physically getting your body moving. Okay, let's see. We have the full moon. We have the waning gibbous, releasing gratitude, nurture, and acts of service. So you might be doing a career where you're helping others. We have the 11th house of Aquarius, friendships, teams, technology. So you could meet this person in a group. They could be part of a group, like a friendship or like a community or something like that. And you're going to manifest this person just in time. I'm hearing in time, guys. It's going to be very divinely timed. We have the 4th house of Cancer. Could be around your home. You could be making like a group, and then you'll meet up at your house, and then that's how you manifest your person. Your person is one of those people who wants to come to that group. It does feel very spiritual though, especially because we've got the 11th house. The 11th house is all about spirituality and things like that. It's ruled by Aquarius. Then we have Jupiter and Venus. I feel like this is your person and this is you. So your person brings a lot to the table, and literally to the table, because they might be a cook as well. They might cook you a lot of food. And I feel like with the 11th house as well, because it's to do with friendships and things, you might meet this person for a friend as well. It might be like you meet a new friend and you're like really loving it, it's great. And then it's through them that you meet them. Or it could be a current friend that you're with. It might be somebody they know, or it could be a sibling or their cousin or something like that. And it just feels really, really comfortable, and you feel really comfortable around them. But it's not anything that's rushed, and it just feels like you two just love each other really nicely, and the relationship is very mature. You both just get each other like that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading or want to check out my crystal shop, all the information is down below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.